So if your business has a purpose, has value, has kind of morals behind it, it's going to grow much quicker than if you're just a sales-led business. So 2020s, people will become kind of awake and kind of more on tune with what your business stands for and what your business is known for. So it's much more, as consumers become more kind of knowledgeable, and it's kind of the brand behind your business, it's going to be much more beneficial to be a purpose-led business rather than just a sales-led business. So we're going to go through essentially this business matrix, and it's great to see essentially where you're spending your time as a business and which quadrant you're working on and how you can essentially build your business for the future. So essentially we're going to cover value, income, and short-term and long-term, and essentially looking at what you want to be known for. So in this, let's go for, income is like money coming into the business. So it's like cash flow. So cash is king in business. So cash flow is like the lifeblood of the business. So money coming in is super important. So you can't grow a business without cash flow. And you've got to pay for products, you've got to pay for staff, you've got to pay for your own living expenses. So focusing on cash flow is obviously super important. And if you're the feeling you get as in sales is kind of anxious. You want to always kind of anxious about if the sales are going to come through. Obviously, if sales aren't happening, then this is going to affect your business long term. So short-term income is kind of where sales sit, and it's spending time on this is obviously super important. But assets follow income. So income follows assets, I should say. So if you have an asset of a business, it's much easier to get sales. If you have a good quality business, it's much easier for people to buy your product. So I worked as a wealth manager in the past, and it was quite difficult to get sales because it wasn't necessarily the right product for the people that I was speaking to. So whereas I worked for an ice cream shop and I had queues out the door because it was an ice cream shop the shop that I worked for was based in a theme park, and it was open during the summer, so people wanted ice creams because they're enjoying themselves. And if you've got that asset, so it wasn't necessarily sales was easy because you've got that ice cream shop that people will just, and you've got a captive market that hungry people that want to enjoy themselves, so they're going to eat ice cream, if that makes sense. Because essentially income follows assets. So if you have an asset behind you, it's much easier to get sales. So this leads on to products. So sort of the value in a business is the products that you have. So if you think of an iPhone, iPhones are a successful business because they have successful products that are built well, and they're an innovative company, and the technology behind it is very clever and it's built very well. So it's easy to get sales because the products are so well built and people like the products. So sort of short-term value is having good quality products. So that's moving on to sort of long-term income, which is channels. So channels is essentially where you're going to get your customers from, where you're going to find your customers. So if you have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, for instance, it's much easier to promote or to sell a product to them because you've got people who are going to listen to you. You've got an audience. You've built up that trust and that kind of credibility and that authority. So it's much, if you've got long-term channels, or if you've got an email list of 1 million people, you could instantly click. If you have a product, you can easily send that instantly to those 1 million people, and people, if it's a good product and it's a good, people are likely to buy it if you've built up trust along those channels. So long-term income is having those channels. So even that could even be joint ventures or strategic partnerships. So having these kind of these channels that have built up over time really going to improve your business. That's long-term income. And then finally coming to long-term values. This is the brand. So brand is quite hard to put your finger on. What is a brand? If you think of Coca-Cola or Apple, it's not necessarily tangible. It's a promise. It's kind of trust, and it's kind of quality over time that does take time to build up. So it's kind of long-term value. So it takes time to build a brand. But if you think of Coca-Cola, that brand's been built up over kind of decades. So even think of Father Christmas. All those adverts that they play over Christmas. Father Christmas wears red and white, which is the Coca-Cola colours. So that's kind of been built up over time. Even as a kid, you kind of that song has been drummed into you because that brand is so well represented, and it's quite hard to put that into a spreadsheet, that kind of brand. But yeah, and people get excited when they talk about brand. It's kind of, yeah, is that promise, and it's almost quite it can be quite unique as well. So let's go through it. So, and the feelings you get in the kind of the long-term value is excited. So when you're working on your brand, you tend to get quite excited. You kind of have a long-term vision, and you use kind of we talked before about the tri-brain model, which is the brain's made up of 3 parts. And essentially, when you're talking about your brand, you're using the kind of the entrepreneurial part of the brain, which gets you excited, and the kind of the visionary part of your brain. And it kind of gets, when you start talking about your brand, what you represent, what you stand for, people will start getting excited. So the long-term income is the feeling you get is confidence. So if you've got 1 million subscribers, you're confident that if you get a good product, and you can instantly send that to people. So that kind of builds confidence that you've got these channels, or your long-term joint ventures. If you've got a product, your short-term value is hopeful. So this product, you've built it, but until it's tested, you're not sure if this is going to work. You're not sure if it's going to be successful until it's tested and people start buying it. So you're in this hopeful phase where this kind of emotion you're feeling. So even with Apple, with their wearable technology, they're hopeful that this is going to work. You're not sure that it's actually going to be successful. And then short-term income is the feeling you get is anxious. So sales, because sales is the lifeblood of the business, it's anxious. No one really likes to have sales conversations. It's always that kind of awkward moment where you're waiting for people to buy from you. It's that kind of anxious moment where people are kind of do people buy for you or not? It's that kind of awkward sales conversation that you've got to have. So just to summarize, you've got value and you've got income, you've got short-term, long-term, and essentially where you're spending your time. And essentially purpose-led businesses are going to be the way things are going to grow in the 2020s. So people are more likely to like your message, or like the way you present yourself with a brand. People are much more liking businesses for good rather than business for bad, and that's going to be much more prevalent, and that's going to be much more it's going to be much more accessible, and people are much more likely to understand or want to know what you stand for or what your business is about, rather than if you're just going from a sales point of view. So my name's Neil Doig. I'm the founder of Money Tips, tax, investment, property, pension, savings. Got a YouTube channel called Millennial Money Mindset. Our podcast is also Millennial Money Mindset. Got a book with the same name, Millennial Money Mindset. If you want the fruits, you need the roots. And we run accelerator programs. We've got a learning experience, football formation, asset allocation, and which is the card game. So this is the business matrix, where you're spending your time. If you want the fruits, you need the roots. Please like, please subscribe, and please tell one person about this video.